Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to WITCHY Witchery. My name is Deanna, the Witch of WITCHY Witchery, and today we are going to be talking about the book The Horned God of the Witches by Jason Mankey. Now, when I first came across this book, it was out of my own pure curiosity regarding the Horned Gods, because I had done a little bit of divining and realized that an energy that I had been feeling for most of my life was reaching out to me through the cards, and it so happened to be a horned god. So I jumped on the opportunity to look them up online, and I came across a few articles written by Jason Mankey, and then I discovered he had written a book about the subject. I found a location that sold the book near me and bought it. And let's just say, reading about Jason's experience when the Horned God was reaching out to him initially, it's very similar to the energy and the experiences I've had with the Horned God. It was kind of nice to have that confirmation through someone else's experience. With that said, this book is chock full of information. This book has everything from when the Horned Gods were first discovered to the myth, the different Horned Gods, because there are more than one Horned God, how to connect with the Horned Gods or specific Horned God, the correspondences of the Horned Gods, setting up an altar, and of course resources for you to do your own digging. The nice thing about this is there's a whole section on the Horned God that I was specifically looking for. It's very hard to find literary information on the Horned God Carnunos or Keranos or Cernunnos or Serenos. It really depends on how you want to pronounce it or how his energy comes across to you. For me, I call him Keranos, like heron, but Nunos at the end, so Keranos. He appears to respond to me that way, but with that said, we're talking about the book, not my own personal experience. So Jason starts off the book with a little bit of history, understanding who the Horned God is, where the idea of the Horned God may have come from, concepts of the Horned God in early civilization to now, and then going into the various Horned Gods. So there are sections on Pan, there's sections on Keranos, Heron the Hunter, Ellen of the Winds, the Green Man, which I was surprised to see, but also not surprised to see, only because I was aware that the Green Man was a figure in mythology, but I didn't realize that he fell under the Horned Gods. So seeing that in there kind of surprised me, but also was a nice comforting thing, because this was another energy I was used to working with long before Keranos reached out to me. So the fact that I've been working with the Green Man and now I work with Keranos, and they're both considered a Horned God, is fascinating to me. With that said, we also have Lucifer and Krampus and rituals and altars. All of this is laced with personal experience or stories heard or experienced by Jason himself. It's very well researched, and I do recommend it if you are looking into trying to learn more about the specific deities or gods I have mentioned previous. With that said, this is not a book for beginners, in my opinion, because of some of the information in here can come across as overwhelming or unfamiliar if you're not familiar with the basics of protection, cleansing, and grounding. If you are looking into learning more about the Horn Gods, though, this would be a book I would add to your collection. And yeah, what I liked about the book was the bite-sized information. It was chocked full of knowledge and experiences, but it was bite-sized enough that you weren't going to get overwhelmed by reading it. At the same time, this would have been a very dry and boring book to read if not for Jason Mankey's literary tone of humor and sarcasm and all around honest levity in his writing. There's been moments when I was reading this book where it was completely serious, and then the second moment I'm like laughing about something he's mentioned or something that was familiar to me regarding an experience. It was that consistent professionalism with a sense of humor that really got me into going through this book and actually really enjoying it. With that said, I went through this book so quickly that I will likely go through it again, slower this time, to absorb the information again, because, like I mentioned, there's so much information. It's definitely a book you want to have a notepad ready, or a highlighter if you want to highlight inside the book. Some may say that's blasphemy, but I'm one of those people who will be keeping this book and be referencing it further in the future. There's art in here that gives you an idea of each entity or each god that you are reading about. Of course, my favorite thing is the bibliography in the back of the book that helps you further your research if you are so interested in learning more about horned gods. Would I recommend this book? Yes, I would. I would recommend this book to anyone who's interested in learning about the horned gods, who has been connected or contacted by a horned god, for you to get a better understanding. This is not, in my opinion, a beginner's book. With that said, Jason does have other books that he has written, and I will put all his information in the description box down below for you to find those. So yeah, thank you for watching. And if you enjoyed this video and want to see more, subscribe and hit the like button. And until next time, beautiful souls, toodles. Okay. Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to Which Way Witchery. Today we are going to be doing a blog, Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to Which Way Witchery. Why did I choose that when I have a speech impediment? You think I would choose an easier name if I can't pronounce W's and R's?